Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. I wanted to get this video out to you because guess what I have to do this morning? What I hate more than just about anything, I have to go to the dentist. Now, my dentist happens to be a good friend of mine who I've actually talked to about digital assets, but so he does a good job, but I just hate going to the dentist worse than anything. And on a side note, for those of you that have never seen it, I'm a big fan of the TV show on True TV called Impractical Jokers. It's one of the most popular shows on television, where these four guys that are friends, they basically all have an earpiece in their ear, and they send one guy out at a time into awkward situations, and they tell them what they have to say. And if they don't say it, they lose, and it's like a competition. But the whole show is designed to embarrass each other. And I was watching one last night, and it was where they were all they had to go and pretend to be a dentist in a dentistry office, and they had to do and say whatever they were told to say, and they'll like be pushing the button on the chair and making the chair go way too high, and the person in the chair is like wondering what's going on. But it was so funny. I was laughing last night. I sent it to my dentist. And now, lucky me, I get to go to the dentist this morning. So let's get this video to you so I can start your day. Okay, this is from Bond Crip, at Bond Crip, definite follow, XRP community member. Okay, at My Lala World, hi, congrats on the release of your new RX Beta wallet with many digital assets supported. A point to note, and to avoid confusion for many, as if you could change Ripple to XRP, as Ripple is a company and XRP is a digital asset. Thanks and best of luck on your venture. So they've started this wallet, and they've got Ripple as Ripple without the symbol as well. And this is good. Anytime we see anything like this, it's good to point this out, because there has been so much confusion, Ripple versus XRP. I don't believe that there really is any confusion anymore. And I'm not saying these guys are doing this intentionally. Who knows? They may have just made a mistake. But I believe a lot of people intentionally try to act like it's confusing now, but it's not confusing at all, really. Ripple's the company. XRP is a digital asset that can be used by any company or person. Okay, moving along. This is interesting. This is from at Sergeant Obi-Wan. SGT OBIWAN, another definite follow. These guys have been pounding out great information to me, and I appreciate it. Two public pensions anchor Morgan Creek's new $40 million venture fund. Now, this is a big deal right here, folks, and for that reason, I wanted to read the kind of what this is. Basically, you've got two public pension funds that are about to not just invest, but they're backing Morgan Creek's fund. I mean, this is a big deal. As I say all the time, follow the money, follow the money, follow the money. What you see, all the things articles and different things that are trying to scare you, you can get past all that a lot easier if you follow the money. I want to read a little bit from this article about Morgan Creek here. Two public pension funds are dipping their toes into the world of crypto venture capital. As far as we know, nobody has raised money from a public pension, Anthony Pompliano, partner at Morgan Creek Capital, told CoinDesk in an interview. Morgan Creek, an asset manager focused on institutional clients and family offices, announced Tuesday a new crypto-focused venture fund with $40 million invested. The two public pensions anchoring the fund are Fairfax County, Virginia's Police Officers Retirement System and Employees Retirement System. Morgan Creek's new fund will primarily seek opportunities in equity, but it's open to some small number of security token opportunities that provide cash flow so long as they fall under the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's Regulation D. which allows smaller companies to sell securities that are exempt from larger filing requirements of traditional public offering. Well, that's pretty darn big. A police officer's retirement system is investing in crypto now. That is going to cause a lot of institutional dominoes to fall when these other ones are seeing this. Okay, moving along. This is also from Sergeant Obi-Wan. Ripple, he's doing a tweet. This is in reference to that Tone Vays, who's a Bitcoin guy, his tweet in the last few days where he was bashing XRP. Well, they've written an article on it at AMB Crypto, and I was just going to cover this so that I could make another point. Ripple and XRP are not innovative. POW is still kingpin, claims Tone Vays. I think people, this is Sergeant Obi-Wan talking. I think people are starting to be scared, and now they will start to put down an elite product to try and make their investment work, stay strong. He's 100% right here. They would not be attacking Ripple and XRP if it did not present a threat. Always remember that. And I'll illustrate that here in a second. But let's look at this article. I showed you this was Tone Vays' tweet. Ripple's not new or useless company. It's been around since 2002. It's not better. There's absolutely nothing to do, nothing they do that ACH, Swift, PayPal, Venmo can't do, and without the scammy XRP token. All right, notice that nothing in what he says here attacks XRP based on whether it's faster, more scalable, and cheaper than Bitcoin. He won't say anything about that because he can't. Okay, and then I showed you this too. He had said, this is a true shitcoin. It will tell you need Ripple, pay another spread to convert XRP. Just a bunch of garbage, and he's coming at it. Well, this is what this was in response to. Hodor had tweeted this and a graphic. I've lost track of how Bitcoin supporters want to ignore its unnecessary reliance on environmentally destructive proof-of-work mining. It's up to us to make sure the world knows it has a choice, a very important one. Well, it's interesting that Tone Vays did not attack this argument because he can't. He can't say anything about this because he knows it's true. All of the technological arguments, he loses. All he can do is throw things that might scare people, words and things, but not anything that attacks XRP versus Bitcoin from a technology standpoint. He can't do it. This was a guy that responded to him. In which ways are altcoins less efficient? Just because you hope/believe, so it doesn't make it true. BTC is slow, losing value quickly, and not energy efficient at all. I mean, you have to be willfully blind not to see the facts staring in your face. And that's 100% true. All right, well, now let's look at what C3 Nick shows us. And remember, I keep telling you, this is literally a war. This proof of work thing versus a better technology, which is consensus and XRP, these people are going to throw out as many grenades as they can because they cannot argue on the technology and the tech of it versus Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is a dinosaur already. If they were smart, they would all figure out a way to get together and do a one-for-one swap from what is Bitcoin now into another better technology that's got 21 million supply. I would do it now. I would do it yesterday if that's what if I wanted to keep touting Bitcoin. Okay. This is from C3 Nick. Just one example. This is another example of the war that's going on, folks. Just one example of bots being used to influence opinions. It essentially is information warfare, amplified by idealism, greed, and other incentives. Well, what he's showing you here, this is a fake. This is an interesting. You can see it in politics all the time. A lot of times, one political party will attack another political party. And what they will attack them with is the exact same, they will actually be doing the same thing that they're accusing the other political party of doing. So the XRP community is all the time attacked. Oh, well, XRP community it's run by bots and paid shills. We hear that all the time. Well, what this is an actual bot. This is proof of a bot, okay, from a community that's attacking XRP. So look at this. This is basically a created Twitter account, and it's got all of these replies. It's the same reply to all kinds of different people in different threads that someone found here. You recently followed Ripple on Twitter, so I assume you're a XRP holder. If it's correct, sell your XRP bag now. It's been known the development team had already abandoned the project for another one. And then the same exact wording, but these are all replies to different people. And these are all of the tweets and replies from this account. So it's someone who is intentionally trying to create fear in the XRP community on just a complete lie. But it's computer people behind the scenes. So the question is, how many accounts like that are there? And then there's this, and this is a very good point. In 24 hours, this is from eCent. In 24 hours, we've learned that Taiwanese legislators visit Ripple, send friend to use XRP and get investments from various big players, UAE exchange going live with SCB, Western Union confirming tests for MXN and USD corridors. Geez, these Ripple guys sure do run a good scam, and he's making a very good point there. The reason they're being attacked is because of all of the great things going on with Ripple, and it will continue. But it won't matter because Ripple is right. And then C3 Nick makes another great point. Why do some people keep fighting something that is supposed to be trash anyway? Probably because it's not trash. And that's pretty telling point there. Okay, I wanted to throw some credit here. Josephus at Exeter OR Joe. Okay, and he sent me this. This is from the CEO of SBI Holdings, and I think that there's all kinds of broken English in this article and this in his tweet, but I think that what I wanted to show you here is that the CEO of SBI is a Ripple and XRP cheerleader, and that's a good thing to have with the CEO of such a large company. Do you consider tying up XRapid in partnership with, I think you meant Binance CEO? This is in reference to, there were some community members who had asked the CEO of Binance if he was going to use XRapid. And so the CEO of SBI is trying to help us out here and make it happen. And finally, I wanted to show you this. I did not know that we had an XRP Boba Fett. I have covered all the Star Wars figures, and I was made aware this morning that we have an XRP Boba Fett. Boba Fett was my favorite character when I was a Star Wars fan as a kid, and so you all needed to know that we have an XRP Boba Fett. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that we do have an XRP Boba Fett in the XRP community. That changes everything. Thank you for listening.